Alright, so we're now going to be looking at our match for the Lone Tree Eagles Gold Bravo team. We're going to be pulling up on Haven against Loudon. And so now if you look to our comps, we're running Royale is going to be running the Breach. Then we're going to have... Ooh, why is his name not showing up? Oh, we're going to have them on Jet. Then we're going to have Aqua going to be running the Sky. We're going to have Lark on Chamber. And then we're going to have Y4. His name's not showing up, that's why. Oh yeah, so our Max is going to be on Jet. And so now we look to the enemies. They're going to be running something kind of similar, but a few different key differences. They're going to be running a Brimstone instead. They're going to be running a Sky, similar to us. They're going to be running a Neon instead of that Jet pick. And then a Killjoy and Sova comp. So for some analysis, we can compare to see ours is going to be a lot more aggressive, more adaptable, because of that Omen pick and because of
Select
this
your
chamber.
agent.
Our Chamber and Omen are going to be able to affect basically anywhere halfway across the map if they'd like to. Chamber has his TP, he can move very frequently. Omen has those basically universal smokes. And then Jet also has that really quick, like, one-time usability with a dash. It's going to let her entry really easily. And then Breach is going to be cool for entrying. Meanwhile, the enemy team, with that Brimstone, is going to be pretty static. That Brim's only going to be effective on one site, but if he is there, he can toss 3 smokes out very easily, and he can also control angles very easily with that Molly. And that Neon's going to provide them a lot of easy rotation ability, and for this case, they're going to be running this kind of comp with a Sova, which is going to give them a lot of utility off the start to get some intel going.
That's not ready.
Alright, so now we're going to be looking to get started on the round. You can compare looking at their guns. We're running a 2 ghost setup and 3 ghosts on the opponent side. And it looks like if we go ahead and compare here, it looks like they're going to be slowly walking up on this A site. So now Lark on this chamber is going to be looking to cover this. He gets caught out, and now Max is going to be pushing up. Dog does go down, and now they're going to be looking to take their entry. Neon walking on with that speed. Doesn't notice Max. Oh, there it is. Max gets caught out. Rail down 2. They're getting bombed down. Lark has his close angle. Does get caught out by that Neon, and now it's just
down
up to Landon. And Landon unfortunately does get taken out by that Neon. Neon's aggression there is really key to how they were able to win that right there. Neon pushes up, grabs that wall up, and then just sprints in and plays around that wall perfectly. Shield dances and is able to peek around, grab 4 kills total just based off that positioning. So really well done from there, Neon. Next time here, we're going to want to see Lone Tree Eagles watch for that aggression more, and we want to see that punish happen earlier. We want to see either see some really fast aggression to counter that Neon pushing up, or we want to see really slowing down the tempo in order to give us some more time to make sure that Neon utility is going before we can push up. So now it looks like they're going to be running it back on the A site. We have 3 people here already, and we're getting a rotation off. And Neon's going to be pushing up on site. Royale setting up on Heaven. Y4 does unfortunately go down. 50 is still down. He's on Heaven, and unfortunately that is going to be the end of Royale. Aqua's pushing up with this dog. Clears Heaven. Does notice that we have some people here. Now we do have Max. Sorry, that's Elliot. Ooh, this is gonna be really hard for them to retake. Lark gets the shot off. Now Max is gonna be walking up. Max and Lark are the only ones left, so that's all you're gonna be really looking for. You see them pushing up slowly, but as time starts ticking down, there's not really much of to do. Lark grabs the kill with a shorty, pushing up to try and get another kill in spawn, and unfortunately doesn't get that off, and we look to a 2-0 deficit. Alright, sorry about that, we're just working out some audio issues. So now going back into this next round, we're going to be running a bit of a split defense. We're going to have a push from them going to mid and potentially into C. Meanwhile, we have our Jet is basically solo holding along with this this breach holding up in garage. Neon is going to be walking up through garage, going to eventually collide with Royale. Royale just has to push up and gets punished very quickly. And now we have the push through garage. That Neon doesn't take a more aggressive angle. She backs up along with her Sova. And now we see the aggression taking. They're walking through. Lark gets taken out immediately. And now Miles gets the whiff. And now it's basically just up to our last two. Gets a good blind going. He's able to grab one. But unfortunately, doesn't convert it to another, and Neon grabs another kill to bring her to 7 for the map. So now we're kind of in a sticky situation for Lone Tree Eagles. Lone Tree is going to be looking to take a save here, which is really unfortunate. Ideally, we would have wanted to win that this last round because that was our force. However, it didn't really look like that was going to be the play for us. And so now we're kind of just in a place where we either have to force and just waste utility and hopefully we can get something off this gunplay, or we just have to wait. And so, ooh, the game immediately notices, and Royale gets screwed over very quickly by that Neon. So now we do notice that it's most likely going to be pushed through mid, but never mind that. It looks like the attack is going to be rotating onto A. This could be really bad, as we basically just gave him his sight for free. Lark rotates back on. He only has a Guardian, so he has to hit shots. Let's grab one. Both us, grabs the second one, very well done, and Aqua is there to help get that other frag. Lark pushes up, he knows there's some people here in short. Unfortunately, I'm not able to grab that kill onto the Sova. So, they're just running a 2-on-3, they don't have spike control, so as of right now, it should be fairly free for the Lone Tree. They just have to cover their angles, and it should go. The only worry is that the Lone Tree Eagles might get a little too zealous, or they might forget about this long push that the Sova's doing, and then potentially we could drop some lives. Left. But it looks like right now they're playing fairly safe. Miles, they do hear the Brim, but they have no clue about the Sova.
One enemy remaining.
But Miles, with simply the better again play, is able to grab the kill. No. Brimstone's trying to walk up. He wants to win this, but yeah, no, that aggression against all three of our players is not going to work out. And Lone Tree miraculously does grab a win in our forced round. And so now we're ideally looking at a bit of a switch in momentum here. So if we compare, we have basically most of us are going to be grabbing full setups outside of Lark, but Lark does have that ultimate available. That's going to give him an operator, which is going to be a really solid sniper. And then the enemies, while they do all have full setups, if they lose this round, then it's going to be really bad for their momentum. They won't have enough money to sustain. And so now, we're just looking to see. So Lark does have this op. He can basically solo hold C. We notice that they are kind of watching for this angle here. Now we have this Neon pushing up. It's basically Neon versus Miles. Miles does get caught out, but Neon doesn't move up on this. So this could be a really great opportunity. Sova goes through. Notices the drone does notice Miles' positioning, but Miles wants to stay somewhere similar here. He kind of wants this. And ooh, gets in a bit of a gunfight. Is able to grab the kill. Another one from Aqua as well. Lark does. I don't know if Lark notices the push through C long. Now it's just up to him against the Brim.
Spike down mid.
Royale grabs another kill, and now it's just this Brimstone and Spawn. That mid push that did get quickly shot down by the Lone Tree Eagles, and so now it's just a 5 versus this Brimstone, and this Brimstone's going to be walking through grass. And meanwhile, everyone's kind of holding the same angles, and Y4 able to grab that kill, clean that round up in a flawless fashion. And so now, as I said, we're kind of looking at a bit of a momentum switch from those first 3 rounds. Lone Tree, off the back of that last round win, is now able to continue to buy full setups. Meanwhile, looks like Loden's going to have to take a bit of a save round now. It's going to be very unfortunate for them. And so, looks like they're going to have some people forcing, some people just grabbing a sheriff, and they might actually be able to just use their ultimates to enter onto site. So this is definitely not something over for... We're going to have to keep an eye out. Lark is going to be holding on to C. We hear the ultimate come out from the Neon. She gets the kill onto Lark. And now she has the Phantom. So this is kind of where the problem comes in. Ultimate's going to be very strong for taking, even if you don't know setup. So now Royale does have this flank going.
I've got
but
your
he's playing very slow and careful. Util does get caught, and now he wants to kill. He gets onto the Killjoy. Unfortunately, does get taken out. But now now we have this push from Miles and Max, and now Miles free kill, absolutely free. Grabs that really good aggression, and now it's just this ring style, playing for ult. Even if he does get the kill onto Miles already got the half, so it's basically over. And now Landon grabs that kill very easy, and the Molly just short, and Lone Tree is able to even up the score. 3-3 going into round 7. Alright, so now we're looking at not necessarily any problems for either side. Lone Tree is doing pretty well for themselves in terms of economy. We have won the last 3 rounds, so it's to be expected. And Loudon is not doing terrible either. Because of that save round last round, they only use their ultimates really. They're able to afford themselves guns this round. And so now we're looking at potentially a fairly even game, but then Lark, strong as ever, is able to take one out immediately, give us the lead to start. And so now we're looking most likely at a garage push. They're sending everyone through garage, and Miles grabs one in rotation. And so now Miles wants more. Doesn't get full blinded, and so now he's watching in here. They have decided to push out of garage. And, Miles does get blinded. Max is pushing up. Miles is kind of getting caught out of the alone, but Lark grabs another kill in rotation. Miles wants this. He's got the perfect angle on the sky. And Lark behind him. Miles does get a little bit too aggressive. Gets taken out, but Aqua's there. Aqua and Lark come in together, grab the last 2 kills, close out the round to make that Lone Tree's 4th round win in a row. And so now we're getting a bit of a problem in terms of Loudon. Loudon is, because of how many rounds they've lost in a row, they're not looking at a great situation. They're going to be down a significant amount. And so, unfortunately, this does look like, or for Loudon, that is, unfortunately, this looks like they're going to have to take either a force or just a total save. Looks like they're going to be fully forcing. So if Lone Tree is able to win out on this one, this will be really punishing for Loudon. Now it looks like they're going to be going into A this time. A has been one of the sides we've been losing out of, so make sure to see if we can get this defense going. This Neon's very aggressive on the take. They get bombed down immediately. And Lark grabs the kill into Neon, very strong. Aqua doesn't find anyone with the bird. And so now here comes the retake. Royale's going to be walking on with his burst ability, uses his ult out, grabs 2. Doesn't notice the brimstone in this corner here, but he sees the Sova. Grabs one. And Miles grabs a second. And so now the Killjoy does have her utility out, so we can just kind of play time here. But this guy wants to take this opportunity to see the fail. Grabs one, but does get taken out. And so now it's just a 1v1. And he can't get the bomb down. He grabs the kill, but I'm not sure if he has time. Now, let's see. Does he grab it? Oh, so close. Just 0.14 off. Unlucky for sure, but it was well done. That is fact that it was close enough basically buys us a little bit here. So we have a lot of money still. That was their force. They don't have guns now. 3 of them do. The other 2 can't afford. So we're still looking at a pretty good situation, but ideally we would have liked to get that round. Alright, and so now the Lone Tree Eagles are going to be pushing up and holding this over here. They're going to be running a bit of a split push, as normal. Lark's going to be walking up through garage, doesn't notice anyone because it's an A push. So, ooh, Aqua. Very nice shot from him. Gets the body shot too. Aqua's hitting his shots now. Maybe getting a little too overzealous here. Oh, but Miles walks out, grabs a kill, but that trade's not. Ooh.
One enemy remaining.
Get another hit in. But Lark pushing up, grabs the K. Very well done. Pretty quick, easy, short and sweet defense. Well done. I like the play that Lark does there. Lark goes for that flank, pushes up through the back, and that gives them the opportunity to. And that gives them the opportunity to be able to push up here and get the kills by kind of setting up a pinch setup. Because you have Max setting up on Heaven, he's just kind of peppering them from above with some sniper shots. And then meanwhile you have Lark pushing up on the back here. Regardless of how you push, if you're Loudon, you're going to be walking into 2 very hard angles to fight. So now it looks like they're going to be defaulting. They have some up on C, some up on A, and some up on B. Now it looks like the rotate has been called. They're going to be officially committing onto A.
Blinded.
Does look like they are still playing slow though. They could easily rotate out here if they decided. Looks like we want to go aggressive here. We pop the jellyfish early. And so now we can notice that they are holding in this room out here. Miles pushing up does get taken out, unfortunate. But right now, right here, we're just kind of playing time here. It looks like they might be rotating through to C. Watch as this Neon pushes up. She doesn't have her ult available, so she's just holding a solo classic unless she grabs a kill. And, ooh, Rael grabs a kill, but now she has a gun for herself. So Lark, caught out in a bad situation, gets stunned.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately, that rotate from them was really strong. They're able to take C for basically nothing. Aqua unable to grab that last kill either. And so now we're looking at an even game, 5-5. So of course there's only a few more rounds left in the half. And so at this point we're looking at, well, ideally we could try to close this out quickly. Lone Tree wants to be able to grab at least those next 2 rounds to take us into the next half, give us some momentum going in. But right now it's 5-5. There's only 2 more rounds left in the half, so we'll see. We might be looking at a totally even game looking into it. And so now the setup we're running, we're all able to buy if we're looking totally even on both fronts. And so, ooh, we are looking at a bit of a C push, but notice in the minimap they have left bomb behind, so they're looking to potentially just rush onto site, grab what they can, and then maybe even die and just let everyone, let that Neon and that KJ take it from here. And so Neon's going to be slowly walking up through garage to potentially set up a pinch setup. Meanwhile, we do notice that they're most likely coming here, so they're taking a bit of a rotate onto C. Now we're a bit of a standstill. It's not getting a lot of activity. Sova does pop the dart, gets shot immediately. So now, Lone Tree, all they really need to do is play time. Half the time bank's been burned already. Notice that the spike has been grabbed by Sky, if you look at the minimap. So now they're most likely going to be look to committing soon. Neon pushes in through garage. It's all up to Lark to hold this angle here. Grabs 2.
30 seconds left.
Very well done. And so now
I've got your
they don't necessarily have time to push onto this C site, so their call's been made to rotate through A. Looks like Lone Tree hasn't really noticed. And so now they're going to be able to get a free bomb plant onto A.
10 seconds left.
Now Now Lone Tree's gonna have to play a bit of a retake situation, which is not ideal at all. Those can be really hard to take. Call's been made for them. They're gonna be playing very far back. Notice that this Brimstone has his ultimate available, which basically gives him free time to buy. And Elliot grabs one in spawn, but he's not able to get another. He gets traded out, and so now Sky grabs one. Right, Sky grabs 3. And so now we're looking at a 1v2. It's all up to Max. Max has his pop flashes available. He gets the blind off. Ideally, he can at least grab this kill. And unfortunately, it's not able to happen. Sky grabs 4 on that retake. And that gives them the lead for the game
Last
so far.
round in the half.
We're now looking at the ultimate round of the half. It's going to be the last one. Going into this next half, it's still fairly even. Basically, everyone's able to buy. We might be looking at one person on our team not able to buy, but it looks like he's going to force it anyway. Probably sold some abilities. And so now, for this last game, for this last round, it's going to be very even. So ideally, Lone Tree can be able to close this one out and be able to get some momentum going into the next round, the next half, even if they're only at 6-6. Looks like they're going to be going for this hard and fast push onto the A site. Max is holding this heaven, not giving them a lot of opportunities because of that spray. And now Neon's walking on. Lark grabs the kill, grabs 2.
Spike down.
Lark's now holding this corner. Lark pushing up. Miles grabs a kill. Lark walking up, grabs another. Miles and Lark get the pinch on them. Very well done by Lone Tree. And now we have 6-6 going into this next half.
Switching sides.
And we're looking at even momentum all around.
A gift.
That last win is very crucial for Lone Tree here, as now we're actually able to... Now we actually have a little bit of momentum going into this next half. And so also notice for everyone watching at home, the colors have swapped. So Lone Tree is now going to be repping the red for attackers, and Loudon is now going to be repping the blue for the defense. So now it looks like Lone Tree is going to be taking a push onto A. I want to see them go aggressive. They have this jet. It's going to be very crucial to pushing. They also have these breach stuns. That's going to be very annoying for them to deal with. So looks like they are going to be taking an aggressive push. So the key player to watch out for here is Miles here. So Miles is going to be walking up, clearing his corners, has his dash available. Ooh, that shot does not help him whatsoever. He's holding his knife and gets caught out. And so, unfortunately, now we're really down. Aqua grabs another kill. And now Aqua's just playing time, really. He's supposed to grab whatever he can. Because he doesn't have much of an opportunity. Gets the blind. And unfortunately not able to grab another one. And that is going to be a round win for Loudon. And so now at this point, Lone Tree has a few options. We either want to be able to force right here, right now, and see what we can do. Or we want to play, just give him a save, and then next round try to win on our buy round. And so it looks like they're gonna go with the ladder. They're gonna take the force. They're not gonna buy a full setup, and so they most likely will basically just be giving this round up for free because they don't really have the guns unless they play this perfectly with positioning. This should be a win for Loudon, but Lone Tree is okay with that. We want to just take this as a round to just let this happen.
There they are.
They do get pinged on C, so unfortunately, they might be aware of our plan. Meanwhile, Lark and Elliot are slowly walking up on here. This KJ utility is going to be really annoying for them. As predicted, yeah, they do get caught out, but now the rotate's called. They could have a very easy opportunity to go C here, and it looks like the call's been made. They're going to go B, or potentially garage into C. That makes more sense. They're going to be running garage into C. They basically have free sight. The only one they have to deal with is this Sova, but remember, they don't have Spectres, so this could be very hard for them to take. But that stun's really good, but no one else is there to help. And so, unfortunately, Miles is caught out. Lark is able to trade it, but then Elliot goes down as well. And so now we're left down to 3. Lark is potentially going to get swarmed here.
Spike is down.
He walks past the
Spike
drone,
down.
but ooh,
Last
he gets
player
pinched.
standing. 30
Now
seconds
it's
left.
basically just Landon left. Landon just needs to grab a kill, or potentially just get bombed down so he can get some money in. But that Neon walking up isn't gonna let it happen, and that round goes to Loudon. And so now, that's okay. Lone Tree did want to take the save on that, so that was basically all according to plan. The only person who's unable to buy here is really Aqua, and so that's going to be Max. And so, really, now here, we're looking at a bit of an advantage. We're running most of... Ooh, wait. Okay. Looks like they're changing up a little bit, but in general, it looks like we're going to be running mostly Vandals. We should have the advantage in every sense of the word. We have full setups. They're running basically half setups. So ideally, this is going to be a pretty easy win for the Lone Tree. Alright, now we're looking to take that entry. Key player here to watch out for is Miles. Miles walking up, playing aggressive, dashes on the site. We want to get bombed down very fast, and they basically they fold over. They give us sight for free, which is really good to see if you're a Lone Tree. Now, ooh, you notice that there are some people on this flank. We have this Neon, ooh, and Lark gets caught out on the TP. But Miles, great aim, crack shot, able to get the kill. Now, ooh, we're aware of this Soap, but there's also 2 more on flank that we're watching for. And so, yeah, Y4 grabs the kill, and now the last ones are just on flank. So this should be fairly simple win for Lone Tree. It was really well done. It was really well done on the attack, and they got basically for free, so they don't have to give up anything. Now, 4 of them leave with full setups, except for Aqua, who still has a Spectre. And okay, well, 2 of them die. But regardless, some of us have Vandals, and whoever doesn't should be able to buy here. And we're also setting up on our ultimate economy, which is going to be good for our long-term momentum. However, you know, if you look at the scoreboard, Lone Tree is still down 1 round. And so now looking into the mind of the attackers, looks like we're going to be pushing on through mid. We want to take that mid control. That can either mean we're going to push through eventually to push and go through onto Garage and push that Brimstone, which I think is what Lark is trying to motion for.
Here.
Lark is pinging this garage area. He does most likely just get this dog in. They want to clear this Brimstone, and they find him. He's stunned. Very free kill. Very nice. That's a good momentum setter. And now Miles taking space. Very aggressive. You'll love to see it. Ideally, as just this kind of getting some deja vu here. Getting bombed down basically for free. We're not giving up anything on this entry. That's going to be a problem for Loudon. And so now, Miles has 2 options and can't really kill either of them. Goes down, but Lark is able to clear that out and grab Yuki. And so now, Lark again, another great shot. And now it's just a 3v1. Killjoy is playing through here. Lark's playing aggressive. Ooh, gets caught out. Doesn't see Elliot though, and Elliot's able to grab the kill, close out the round, get us to an even 8-8. Very good for us. Good to see. Alright, and so now it looks like they're going to be running it back on A. Well, why not?
That works.
If, with C going so well, they have 2 options really. They can either continue to go C until they lose, or they could try to go for the change up here and work off momentum. And so right now, looks like they're going to go for that change up. They want to push onto A. Lark has his operator available, but he doesn't buy a real gun. He most likely either bought someone else or he's holding on to it for next round. So now, ooh, Neon aggressive. Ooh, Miles. What a shot. He's able to grab that Neon, and now, with that Neon gone, a lot of their fragging power and a lot of their retake potential is gone. And so now, Miles, taking free space, just walks up.
Initiated.
Killjoy does put her ult down. However, before Miles gets his second word, he's able to grab another kill. And so, even with that KJ utility used, we just say, well, alright, screw them, we'll rotate. We'll go to the next site, where they have no utility setup at all because that KJ didn't get a chance to set up on Z. So now we have a free site. Again, if you're watching from home, you should be getting some deja vu here. Every single time we get our setup on Z, force them into a retake situation, we're heavily favored. So now it looks like they're going to be pushing through to Garage. Killjoy does grab a kill. However, Lark has the perfect position. He's primed to grab a kill. And now maybe even more. But it does look like they get the chase. Ooh, Lark whiffs onto the Sova. Unable to grab another kill. Unless this Sova repeats. Again, Lark gets the whiff, but then that last shot's all he needs. Grabs the headshot. And now, it's finally a lead for the Lone Tree Eagles. Looking at a 9-8 game. So, again, for anyone who doesn't know, this is going to be a 1st to 13 situation. So, if both teams do get to 12-12, we're going to be looking at an overtime game. So, right now, we're looking at a pretty close game. This could be going the distance. We could be looking at a pretty long game here. But right now, round 18. Lone Tree Eagles are going in here with the momentum. However, Loudon does have some good guns, so you never know what could happen. As long as Lone Tree continues to play well and continues to aggress up, and we'll be in a good situation. So now we look like we're going to be running out the A. Full A push. Good clears from Lark. And so now Lark and Miles want to be playing aggressive. Miles walks on. Taking space, and again, Loudon just not having a presence on point. They're giving away fights for free, left and right. Crucially, Miles is not flashing, so now he gets some good positioning. Neon, though, playing aggressive. Grabs some kills, but Miles gets that trade. And now, ooh, this really good cross from them, but now it's just... Oh my god, it's just Miles, and they just fall into his crosshair. Perfectly lining up. Miles is able to clutch it out for them. And we increase our lead to 2. Only 3 rounds away from victory. Lone Tree is on a bit of a hot streak. We've been winning a few rounds in a row, and so now's the point where Loudon realizes, okay, we're not in as much control as we thought we were. They go for the save. And so now Lone Tree is going to be looking at a great situation. We have a lot of money. Even if somehow we lose against their save, we're going to be good for a while. So Miles, ooh, walking up, grabs that kill into that Brimstone. Now they have nothing really to cut off a retake. Sova's only thing in our way, and that reach stun is going to be really strong for them. Now they just have to really rush this Sova, then it's over. And, ooh, Lark grabs a spray through the smoke. And, ooh.
Last player standing.
Miles is on a tear today. Playing this really ratty angles, holding close. They will grab 3 off their rotates. And now it's just this. All that's left is this guy. Shy somehow grabs a kill while blinded, but Aqua doesn't want to make it another kill. And now we're increasing our lead to 3 for the total. And really well done by Miles there. Miles basically shoots down their retake before they're even allowed to set it up. By killing them early on that B site, they have no time to set up, basically, and also no utility really to set up. And now that's another free round for the Lone Tree Eagles. And so now, I mean, compare these kills. You have at our top, you have Lark and Miles going crazy for over 20 kills each. Whereas they only really have one strong fragger with that Neon. And now, ooh, they're playing really slow here. This could be a problem that gives an opportunity to rotate and also gives Sova an opportunity to grab his kills on rotation. Lark is able to evade. And, ooh, doesn't grab the kill. Get some damage in and then TP's out.
Healing over here.
Jellyfish do come out. And Miles grabs a kill. Playing aggressive, so aggressive. Grabs a kill. Does get some damage in, but now Miles has to get bombed down. Ooh, this Brimstone is grabbing a lot of kills. Ooh, that wild whiff from their... Ooh. Wild whiff from their Neon.
Match point.
And Max Landon's able to shut that down. And now we're looking at match point. 12-8. So, at the very least, Lone Tree has guaranteed themselves overtime. And we might even not even get close to that. Who knows? Lone Tree might just be ending it right here, right now. Lone Tree Eagles Bravo with their, I believe what will be their second win of the season. Looks like we're going to be running on. Push on to be Miles. Key player always. Anytime you're seeing a site push, you want to look to Miles. He's your guy. Jet walking on. Lark grabs his kill. Lark playing super aggressive. Grabs one, grabs two. Now pushing up again. Unfortunately is not able to convert that into a 4K. But now we're looking at a 4-on-2 situation. You never know. This retakes could go well. And so now you just want to watch Miles. Miles grabs one. We get the jellyfish going out. And ooh, that Sky could have made it close, but Landon closes it out 13-8. Very well done by Lone Tree Eagles, but also a good game provided by Loudon. Especially on that first half, it was looking really close, but near the end, Lone Tree just had the momentum going into the half. Lone Tree had a lot available for us, and we're able to close that game out. Look to the leaderboard, look how close of a game it was toward the middle, but at the top, our two stars shine brightest, Lark and Miles, giving us that one hell of a show. Alright, and some good sportsmanship in the lobby. Thank you for watching. If you want more Valorant gameplay, you can look to our VODs, and also we're going to be having our Lone Tree Eagles Alpha be playing in the Gold Division later today, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.